Student loans are making a comeback in 2024. It's not good.
Did
It's never good news. Yes.
they ever go anywhere?
No.
Then why they making you can't make a comeback if you never went.
Because the debt is just getting crazier, I guess.
It's just rising. This don't say a comeback. It's not comeback. It was never gone to begin with.
They're coming back because they come back each year, but they come back with higher prices.
See, that's some BS.
Yep.
That's some BS right there. I wouldn't know nothing about no student loan debt because didn't go to higher education.
I do. Huh. I paid them all off, thankfully, but I could have gotten trapped with like years long interest and a 30-year payment plan and paying like thousands more than what I took out. But I was on 0% interest the whole time, and I only had like $20 capitalized to one of my loans for whatever reason.
That's
Oh, it's probably because I changed the payment plans, like the income driven repayment plans. That's why, because it capitalizes like any interest that goes on there when you move it. It capitalizes, even though like it might have been subsidized or like it wouldn't have counted and would have been wiped away. I don't know.
that makes sense. I guess. I guess.
Just don't go into student loans.
Yeah, honestly, try to get those scholarships. I should have got some scholarships, but I didn't really go to school really because didn't think it was for me.
Yeah, it's really not for everyone. And I bet it's not for most people, but most people are pressured to go to college by their school or their parents or whoever else.
I guess they're just trying to thug it out.
Don't do this for anyone else but yourself because you're the only one that is going to have to pay back these loans. And probably no one else is going to help you. And even if they say they do, they probably won't. But hopefully they do.
Hopefully, because truthfully, it's too much. It's too much pressure. I had a cousin who went in on a basketball scholarship to a college. That was a couple years back, and now he's out. He did not. He didn't finish. Even with all that, he didn't finish just because it's too much for him. Be careful. Just because you want to doesn't mean you have to or you can or even that you should.
Exactly. And they make the whole process of getting scholarships and grants so hard because you have to fill out all these applications and then you probably have to write like 20 essays for each one, answer all these questions, and it takes up the whole day, it takes so long, and then it takes forever to hear back to know if you even got the grant or the scholarship.
Truthfully, truthfully, it's stupid. Sorry, I keep yawning. It's like 10 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like I'm gonna be writing essays throughout the entirety of my career and a student career or whatever you like call it. I just like I can't keep doing it. I couldn't keep doing it.
Yeah. Couldn't be me. I'm just glad I kind of lucked out and didn't take out too many loans. But I really did not know what I was signing and really actually wanted to wait, but circumstances did not let me. And I just kind of had to, looking for a job, had to get a degree on the paper. So I just thought, might as well. Didn't even know what I wanted to major in, but I found that maybe technology would be the best right now. So that's what I did. But it's really not helping me that much.
That sounds like sucks.
It does. Don't get stuck in these people on TikTok will tell you because the TikTok is filled with nothing but rants about this.
But since you said the TikTok, we gotta get right to it. And we gotta hurry up because the ferrets destroyed the charger, so I can't charge the computer. Sucks. Sucks. I hate this.
These student loans, like the calls, are really making me regret ever going to college, considering I'm not even doing anything in my degree. But like these calls are just a reminder that I'm like, first of all, doing nothing with my life. Second of all, broke as shit. And yes, I hee hee ha ha about it here, but like it's literally not a joke. It's like embarrassing and it's like the most stressful thing. And I never want to be the person that's like driven by money. Like that's not me, but like sometimes I wish I was so I wouldn't be in the position I'm in. And like dealing with these calls and having to basically say my situation, like I literally cannot pay off an amount on these damn student loans. And then the fact that they're so relentless, they call every person in my family, they call people not related to me, but like associated with me. And I don't even know how it's just crazy. And it's like, I hate it. It's like you're coming at me for my own little debt when this country's in debt. Like, it's so frustrating and it gets me so angry. And literally, it's like, I avoid these calls at all times. They send me into full-on panic attacks. But then sometimes I just have to make the call because they're calling everyone else in my life. And it's so frustrating. And yes, maybe I did it to myself. Maybe I should be smarter about money. Maybe I should just take on any job that like will pay me, and I'm luckily finally starting a job, but it's not what I want to be doing. Not using my degree. It's another serving job. It's fucking working at Hooters at 28 years old, living back at home. It's like, and then it's moments like these that make me question whether anything I want to do in life is going to happen, like at this stage, because it's so annoying. And I just had to vent because fuck it all. These students.
I'm gonna say this now. Please don't go on the internet crying. It's not good for you. Don't never do that.
Yeah, people on the internet are mean.
And don't show like this guy, like this lady's crying about being stuck in a river, and he says start sports betting. Yes, because gambling will definitely help out your problems.
Oh yeah, it can't lead to less money than I already have.
Oh heck yeah, bro, gambling.
And then you have to have money already to gamble. She might not have like any money left over from bills to gamble.
You know what? 99% of the gamblers quit before they are winning.
Like literally, she's saying that she doesn't have the money to pay the student loans. How's she gonna have money to gamble?
She's working at Hooters, bro,
Bruh.
with a college degree. Ain't that crazy?
Let's see. Sometimes it's really not worth it to go to college because she could be working at Hooters still and not have gone to college, but at least she would be able to keep more of that money than being in debt with a degree that's not getting her anywhere. But yeah, still these days, companies are really not looking at the degrees as much as they used to. They're looking for experience and portfolio. They want to see portfolio and certificates.
Heck yeah, portfolio. But truly, like this once again makes me really happy that I didn't go. Also, isn't calling someone's loved one as a debt collector kind of against the rules?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, so you got all that debt paid off within one move, one quick move, a lawsuit.
Yep. Because that's just weird. How are you calling people not even related to her?
I'm pretty sure that's mad illegal.
And that's really strange. And then getting people all up in her business.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Also, she's 28, so I can see why she feels like maybe none of her plans are going to work out. But sometimes life takes a different turn, and then that's okay. So sometimes you got to kind of just roll with it and then, like, not give up on your dreams, but maybe just find alternatives and see if maybe you like those too. And you can still, you always have time to go after your dreams too. But sometimes after high school, I feel like a lot of us realize that our high school, the plans that we had in high school of like what we're gonna do after, it just doesn't work out. And we realize that once we get in the real world and then we see that we don't even like that path and we want to choose another one. So that's okay.
Like truthfully, like I've had people like come into schools, like come into the classroom in high school. It's like, oh, we're going to do a career test quiz. and they would have me write down what I wanted to be. And I was like, I don't know. And it's like, you can't write that. That's not an answer.
Same. I don't know.
What do you mean it's not an answer?
I really still don't know.
Not to this day. I'm 24. About to be 25 at the end of the year, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
It's just really the only goal that I have is to just make money to live off of, and then I'm good. That's what I want to do. I just want to enjoy my life.
That's truly what it is.
Like,
That's truly all I can think of.
for real. But I feel like it's just people pressuring high schoolers to do all of this, and then they pick something and then they realize they don't like it, but then they're stuck in it for the rest of their life because that's the path they chose and they have to deal with it. And it's just not a fun future sometimes when you don't like what you're doing.
It's not.
You're blurring me out.
Oh, my bad. Someone was trying to bite my legs. What do you think about this situation? I don't think I hear that.
But no, it's crazy. You do not have to have your life figured out by 30 either, because we're always setting goals for like what I'm going to do by this time. But maybe you should stop setting those sometimes and just roll with it. Like, you should set goals because that is productive, but maybe leave some leeway for other things to happen and for things to not go as planned. But try to meet the goals that you know you want to meet. But if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out and something better will work out.
Yeah. Now, excuse me. There's a lot of noise in the background I got to deal with. 1 second.
Being 30 or almost 30, it really doesn't mean that you're never going to reach your goals. But yeah, you don't always need to set the goals that it has to be this time. Just set them for like a short term, but just kind of leave the age or the time period out of it and just do everything you can to get to that goal.
Truthfully. Now we have another correspondent that would like to say something. You see, doesn't want to say anything. But truly, like, ooh, hey, careful. There's no reason to fret over all this stuff. It's not worth it.
It's just a mental thing because it's always like based on how old you are by this time, by this age, this is what's going to happen. But maybe just kind of say 3 to 5 years instead of saying like by the time I'm this age or in exactly this amount of years, because it might not always work out like that. Just set kind of a time post, but it's like a range. Yeah.
Yeah. We should get on the next thing before our computer dies today. Next thing.
I want to talk about student loans real quick because I just found out something that is so frustrating. This is my current student loan balance, $21,444. My original amount was $28,500. So you can see I've already paid off around $7,000 worth of my student loans, which yes, I am really proud of. But I felt like I was doing everything correctly. And today I called up my student loan servicer, Ed Financial, and I said, hey, I just want to make sure that my overage that I am paying every month, because the amount that they quoted me that I should be paying towards my student loans every month is $250. At least somewhere around there. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing and I'm going to pay $500 a month. I'm going to double it and pay $500 a month. So I'm paying off that principal faster. And while, yes, I'm paying off that principal a little bit faster, the lady that I spoke with on the phone told me that I can't actually choose where that payment goes. So even though I'm paying $250 extra, I can't say, put that amount towards my principal. And the reason being that these numbers that they set saying, here, this is the suggested amount that we think that you should pay towards your student loan, is usually only really covering the bare minimum. And the reason that they do this is so that you're still accruing interest. And if you have unpaid interest because you're paying so low on your loans, that interest will then start accruing interest. And even though you're making these payments, your loan amount is going to keep going up because the interest accrues interest, and it's just a never-ending cycle. So I went in and looked, and you can see here, this is my last payment. I paid $500. $318 of that went towards my principal. Around $181 went towards my interest. And if you can see here, back in October, I paid $223 in interest, which is only $25 less than my payment. And so I asked her on the phone, I said, hey, what's going on with that? And she said, you actually have unpaid interest. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. But I didn't realize my interest was accruing interest because I have these unsubsidized loans. So even though I graduated in 2020, right into a forbearance period, this still had interest from when I was in college. So I said, okay, great. That's definitely my bad. I didn't really realize that. But can I pay that unpaid interest now so that it stops accruing more interest? And she said, actually, no. Just like the fact that you can't go in and say, put this money towards my principal, you also can't go in and say, okay, put this money towards my unpaid interest. So even though today I have $229 of unpaid interest, I can't say, here, Ed Financial, here's $229 to cover that unpaid interest. So that unpaid interest will continue accruing interest until my loans are completely paid off. And this is the root of the entire problem right here. It is my money. It is my loan. I should be able to say where it goes. Obviously within reason. I understand it's a loan. I understand it's accruing interest. But if I have unpaid interest, I should be able to say, here is the money. Please pay the interest. Or just be transparent with me about where my money is going, what is supposed to be paid, and how to pay it. I want to talk about student loans real quick because I just found out something.
It's my money and I need it now.
For real though, that's crazy. Because when you're paying off any type of loan and you have all this interest, the money's going straight to the interest and not the principal. Like, I think that's just insane. Just let me say where it should go.
It's the fact that they're both two separate payments is crazy.
Yeah, that's really weird. Well, not weird because it happens every time. But that's why. Look at the interest rates. And this is also why you don't want to take out loans. At least, like, plan financially for it. So if you do accrue interest on them, that you will have the money. So maybe you should put a portion of your money into a high yield savings account.
I said it. See the thing.
Because that way it'll accrue interest and then it can kind of keep up with your loan. That way, like in a couple years, when you have the money, you will have all of the money to pay the interest off too.
Yeah, truthfully, it's sad. It's sad to think that people's lives are being messed up by these things, and you just can't just do a simple, easy payment thing. It's dumb.
And it's really overwhelming to see like thousands of dollars that you have to pay back because mine was higher than that. Well, not her like total, but it's higher. It was higher than 21,000.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's way too much.
All right, go to the next thing. I'm not trying to keep this video like an hour long this time. Okay, be really quick with this one so our computer doesn't die before I upload the video.
Yeah.
I guess one more.
This is incredibly hard for me to talk about, and I am beyond embarrassed about it, but I guess it's time. So I have $147,000 of student loan debt, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I went to culinary school. I was 17 years old when I was choosing what school I should be going to, and I had no guidance from my parents. My parents do not know how to handle money, they don't know how to manage money, they're irresponsible, and they're very defeated people, so they're in the mindset of just go into debt because you'll never win with money anyways. So 17-year-old me, who had no idea what I was doing, really no guidance from my parents, I decided to go to the best of the best because I thought if I go to the best school and I work hard, I will then end up with a great life. And that was an absolute lie. So I decided to go to the Culinary Institute of America, and I racked up over $130,000 in student loan debt for a 3-year bachelor's degree, which, if I'm being honest, and it's my opinion, I feel I was completely ripped off. I think it's absolutely criminal to take naive, hopeful 17 or 18-year-olds going to culinary school thinking they'll be the next one with the TV show because they're going to this fancy school, when it is an absolute lie. I graduated at 20 years old with all the student loan debt, hopeful that this magnificent, prestigious degree was going to help me create a great life, and it did the opposite. I stayed in the food industry for 5 years, and I made between $12 and $15 an hour with my world-renowned culinary school degree. This has been a nightmare. My life every day for the past 8 years has been nothing but an absolute living nightmare. I feel so stuck. I've been suicidal more times than I could even tell you. I have to do adult work now, which it's not that I'm not proud of it, but I am disappointed that this is what my life has turned into. I just realized I forgot to mention too that I paid off one loan for $25,000, and then I've made $900 monthly payments for over 7 years now, and my debt has only gone up. I basically live like I'm mentally homeless. I know people are going to go to my Instagram and think that I live this fantastic, wonderful, magnificent life. And if you think you know me, or if you think you know anyone from what they post on Instagram, I think you might need to go seek help from a therapist. I cook all my meals at home. My shoes literally have holes in them. I don't go to sleep with the heat on because I feel guilty to use electricity because it's going to rack up a bill. So I'm just drowning, and I really can't take it anymore. And no one's gonna save me but me. So I just keep trying, and I stay hopeful that I'll get through this, but I don't know. This is incredibly hard for me to talk.
Ooh-wee. That's really sad.
It's horrible, and I'm glad I did not go to cooking school or any art school. To be fact, the matter, my friends keeps telling me, go to culinary school, go to cooking school. You can cook. No,
Like for real. Because I guess it sounds like he went to a for profit school. And so those are known to like charge you extra. Because there's no reason for a culinary school. You should be 6 figures in debt. That's insane.
that's pretty crazy.
There is no way. Actually, there is a thing where if you feel like your school scammed you, that the loans can be discharged. So I wonder if he's tried that, but I don't know if that would qualify.
No. Since when do they hand out bachelor's degrees for people who cook? I thought that mess was just you went to cooking school and you show your skills in the workforce of cooking, and that's it. By bing, by boom. I didn't know they had degrees too.
Yeah, apparently they do.
What the heck?
And it's really sad because you go like as a 17-year-old in high school, these people sell you dreams, and then you go into the world feeling like you have dreams, and then they're crushed quickly when you realize this is not reality, and everybody out here is struggling to stay alive.
Yeah, truly. He is thinking of self harm. That's how bad it's getting.
Like he can't even afford new sneakers. He can't even afford to put the heat on.
He has to bundle up at bed at night to sleep. That's crazy.
Like, ain't no way. And then he paid off 25K, and then like a bunch more, and then it just went up. It went up because of interest. So it's like, even if you think you're getting ahead and you pay off like that much money, it's just going to keep going up, and you're going to get nowhere, and you're going to end up paying way more than what you took the loan out for. That's not there to set you up financially. Everyone tells you these degrees are here to make you money. It's an investment because once you get your high paying job, you can pay them back real easily. They did not tell you the rest of the story, but this is the rest of the story here.
The American dream's a lie. It's always been a lie.
This is how they get you to be a slave.
Truly.
They just normalize everyone taking out debt for everything, and then you have to have a job and keep working, and you cannot afford to be fired or quit or do anything you want to do. You can't like take a pay cut to go do what you actually want to do because you have to make a lot of money to pay all of this back.
It's sad.
It really is sad.
It's ridiculous.
It's not okay. This is why still Even people that make so much money, like 6+ figures, they're still broke because they keep spending like more money and then they make more investments and get more into debt, thinking that it might be a good investment, but then it's not. But then once they lose that 6 figure job, they have to find another one that's going to pay that amount or they're going to be screwed. And sometimes when the job market is this bad, we just talked about it. Like it's going to be really hard to find one that pays that good, like for some people. Even if you have a degree and you're highly qualified, finding jobs can be very difficult.
It's really difficult. And let me get back to full screen here so we can discuss this and wrap up the video so I don't kill my computer. And sorry for yawning the entire time. I don't know what's going on. It's really late and my body is tired. But truthfully, continue what you're saying.
Well, that was pretty much it.
Dang.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can't, if you're gonna be in debt that far, like, you will not be able to afford to just wake up one day and be like, I don't want to be stuck in this industry anymore. I hate it and I just want to follow my dreams, even if it means a pay cut. Like, you can't do that. And you can't afford to lose your job at all.
Nope.
Or find something just to hold you over until you can find a better paying job because you have to have it right now because you were in debt very deeply.
Truly, like if you think about it, like a job nowadays you gotta get like 2 jobs to support yourself. Um, and a lot of these jobs out here aren't paying enough to be doing student loan stuff. If I get student loan stuff, all that through, go to college, get a degree, get a job, and I want to get another job, do I need to get another degree? Makes it kind of makes the degree feel kind of sleep.
It's just like constant digging yourself into more holes because you get a degree and then you're like, oh, I need to be more qualified and I need more degrees. And then you just have to take out more debt to do that. And then a lot of people, when they make 6 figures, they just spend as much as they make or more than they make, but they think their job is so secure, so they're comfortable doing that until they lose the job. So that's why you live below your means. Don't take out loans that you don't need to take out. And I don't care what anyone tells you, you don't need to take out student loans.
Nope.
You don't need to go to college. You can always go back.
For real. And that's it. At the end of the day, you can always just go back. You can always go online and find something you want.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I got nothing to say this video, but that's all I gotta say.
Yes. Well, like, comment, and subscribe.
Please tell us why you clicked on the video, so I know. I really want to know. Please,
Me
and also
too.
if you're seeing this, because our viewer retention is really bad. It's horrible. It's only like 2 minutes. I just want to know, like, why you clicked on the video if you actually made it this far, please, and why did you stay, and what would have helped you stay. That's all I want to say. Goodbye, people.
Bye.
Bye.